Carlos Prates just put on one of the most masterful performances we've seen in a very long time against his opponent, Jack Della Maddalena, TKOing him in the third round of their fight at UFC Fight Night Perth in Australia that took place this morning. This was low-key a banger of a card, and this main event was nuts. Carlos Prates puts on an absolute masterclass. We will get into that in a minute. We're going to go through every single fight on this card, break it down, give you a recap, give you my thoughts on everything. This card, like I said, was sick. It took place super early this morning. I really did only catch the Steve Erceg fight, and so the feature fight, the co-main, and the main live. And I had to go back and watch the rest of the card because you got me fucked up if you think I'm waking up at 4 a.m. to watch this card. But again, like I said in my prediction video, I can't really hate because this is what Australian and European fans deal with every single time. So without further ado, let's get right into this main event that took place. Carlos Prates puts on an absolute masterclass against Jack Della Maddalena. Now, this was low-key a hard watch because I am a fan of both of these guys, but I'm a really big fan of JDM. So to see him go out like that was just kind of sad, but god damn, Carlos Prates. God damn, dude. Carlos Prates did a few things extremely well in this fight. Extremely, extremely well. The first thing being those knees he was landing up the middle, the step-in knees. My goodness, he was just punishing JDM with those. He must have landed 12 to 15 of them. And they were just, every single time, they did so much damage. Whether they were landing on the face of JDM or they were landing on his body, they were just punishing. Then, Carlos Prates was also landing his leg kick on JDM, on his lead leg, and he was just tearing his lead leg up. It was nuts. He actually sat him down with a leg kick in the second round, at the end of the second round. Puts him down, kicks him one more time while he's down. JDM has a hard time getting up. And we'd seen Carlos Prates landing these leg kicks in the second round, especially to the point where he was making JDM stumble and limp around the cage during the fight. I mean, he was just punishing him with those. And then just his boxing just his boxing combos in general. I mean, Prates, the way that I really like when fighters do this, and you can only get away with it, first of all, if you're an elite striker and you're very fast and long. Prates does a thing where he leans forward, right? So he's very leaned forward. So his face is right here to be hit, but his hips are far back. So he's closer than you think he is, right? So you go to throw this punch at him, and he's leaned forward. He can just lean right back. He just leans right back out of the way, gets right out of the way of these strikes, but he's still here to just lean back in and land. And that's what he was doing. He was real slick, sliding, pulling back, and sliding. Bro, my fucking webcam, I literally just bought a webcam right before I started recording this video because this is so laggy. This is the last time you'll have to deal with this. I got a mic so the audio is not fucked up. I got a webcam so now you won't have to deal with this laggy ass shit from me streaming over Wi-Fi from my phone. Anyway. Prates was just sliding out of range. I can't even get over there. I'm watching this on OBS. It's so laggy. He's sliding out of range, landing the strikes, landing his strikes down the middle, his straight punches, his jab, and his cross, smooth as butter. And he's landing these hooks too over the guard. And another thing he was doing, those step-in lead elbows he throws. I mean, he's just cracking JDM with all of these different weapons he has. And he hits so fucking hard. I genuinely props to JDM for not going down to any of these. But, bro, literally the only success JDM had in this entire fight was, the end of round one when he lands a takedown. He got that first takedown, and it was easy. And he held him down for the rest of the round. And I'm thinking, oh, man, this is he's going to do to Prates what Islam did to JDM. But it's not that simple. You're not Islam. He got one or two takedowns, didn't really do much with it. And outside of that, dude, he really didn't do shit. He landed an uppercut. That was about it. There wasn't shit else he could do because the problem with JDM's style when it comes to fighting somebody like a long, lanky striker like Carlos Prates is he puts up this high guard and he has to step into range in order to land his combos. But it wasn't like he was stepping in with his combos. He's just kind of covering up and then stepping in and then throwing. But by the time he steps in, Prates has landed 3 punches and already moved out of range. So there just wasn't shit that JDM could do, genuinely. And like I said, it was just a fucking masterclass from Carlos Prates. Like, I really thought on paper this fight was close. Like, this was a great stylistic matchup. But, I mean, once they got in the cage together, Prates looked fucking massive compared to JDM. He was just faster. He hit harder. He landed better and more efficiently and cleaner and more powerfully. I mean, it was all around just an absolutely dominant performance out of Carlos Prates, and there's not much else to say other than that. I mean, this guy is fucking elite. He is the elite of this division. I am so excited because he looks so much better than he did in his fight with Ian Gary. So I'm really excited to see those guys eventually rematch each other. But I think what you need to do in this welterweight division, I think you need to give Ian Gary a title shot next against Islam. I think they were talking about, I think it was UFC 333 in Philly in like August or some shit. Do that. Run that. I think Ian Gary deserves it. The amount of people he's beat, the win streak that he's on, I think he deserves that. And then I think you run Michael Morales versus Carlos Prates, because tell me you don't want to see that matchup. 2 tall, lanky, powerful strikers going against each other. And low-key, I think Prates wins that. The way that Morales is he's a little bit slow and plotty. Like, he hits hard as fuck. But Prates is so, like, slick and fast, bro. I think Prates wins that. But I want to see that matchup. I want to see Prates versus Michael Morales, a number 1 contenders fight. Have those two duke it out. The winner of that gets the winner of Islam versus Ian Gary. I think that's fair. I think Islam beats all 3 of them, but I think Prates, with the performance that he just put on against the number 1 guy in the division, JDM, how can you not give this guy a chance for I mean, there's nothing else you do with him. You either give him a title shot over Ian Gary for that performance, or you match him up with Michael Morales for a number 1 contenders fight. As far as JDM goes, man, I don't even know what the fuck you do with him. I'm going to pull up the UFC rankings over here on my other monitor and just take a look, because, I mean, JDM, he really hasn't fought that many guys up in the top of their division, I'll be honest. So, Ian Gary's fighting for the belt for sure. Michael Morales, I think you give him Carlos Prates. He already fought Beneil, and Beneil's already matched up. This is 2 losses in a row now. I think he does have to fight down the rankings. So, I mean, Sean Brady doesn't have an opponent. You could maybe, or does he? Why do I feel like Sean Brady's matched up with somebody? Did they give him Buckley? Do we have Brady Buckley coming up? We do. I'm a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. So Brady's matched up. Usman's not going to fight him. Leon Edwards, I don't think Leon Edwards deserves that fight. He's coming off of a bunch of losses. Buckley's matched up. Bonfim is matched up. I mean, JDM's going to need a lot of time off anyway with the amount of fucking damage that he took. So maybe you give him the winner or the loser. I'd say the loser probably of that Brady-Buckley matchup would be fair. But this welterweight division, like, all these guys at the top, like, I don't know. I don't think he deserves to get a guy higher in the rankings than him now. So, yeah, I think you give Prates Morales, and I think you wait to see the outcome of a couple of these matched up welterweight fights that are happening, and you give JDM one of those guys. But I got to give it to Carlos Prates, bro. That was an insane performance. An absolutely insanely good performance. The dude is nasty. He's a fucking nightmare. Like, he is a nightmare in that division, bro. So, we'll see. We'll see what he can do against somebody like Morales. I want to see that fight so bad. Inject that shit in my veins. Force feed me that down my throat. Pause. Let's run it. But let's move on here. Yeah, I just got back off of my flight back to the United States. Just, I knocked out Beneil Dariush this weekend. This morning, actually. Just got back from the day. I can't get over how fucking laggy this is, bro. Anyway, Quillan Salkilld, my twin, my doppelganger, does exactly what the fuck I said he would do. He knocked out Beneil Dariush in 0.2 seconds. It actually did take like half a round, which surprised me. Beneil took more than one punch, which I was not expecting from him, so good for him. He looked good-ish in the grappling, but Quillan just, he held his own against him in the grappling. I mean, wasn't like Benny really did much. So, I mean, yeah, there's not that much. I mean, he got 2 takedowns, but like, fuck it. Quillan knocked him out. I forget what the hell he landed. It was just kind of like 2 looping hooks that he got him with. And, yeah, puts him down, puts him out. There's not much to say about this other than Quillan Salkilld is the real deal. I will say that, like, Beneil Dariush was a guaranteed knockout. So, like, this isn't like, yes, he beat somebody who's very good, but it's not, I don't know. This kind of feels like a little bit of the Paddy Pimblett treatment, like giving him washed up old dudes to soar him up to the top, which, don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. I love Quillan Salkilld. That's me. It's literally me. So, like, I love the guy. But, this isn't like, oh, yeah, he's championship caliber based off of this performance. I don't think you can say that yet. So, he needs another test. I think he needs a real test up in that division. So, what was Beneil? 12. So, he's going to move into that 12 spot. Manuel Torres is behind him. I wouldn't hate that matchup. That's another contender who's good. Like, we know he's good. So I wouldn't hate a Manuel Torres matchup. I wouldn't hate a Fiziev matchup also. I don't know if you give him Roofy because Roofy's going to get... Yeah, he's got Chandler already. Like, I would love to, at some point, maybe in a fight or two, see Salkilld versus Roofy. But I think Manuel Torres, a proven prospect, match 2 prospects up. Let's see who the better one is and who can keep moving up through these rankings. Because Quillan Salkilld is new. He's green. He's good. He's definitely top 15 caliber. But let's see how good he actually is. I don't know if I want to chuck him to the Wolves just yet because, like I said, a young guy like this, you throw him in there too early, you're going to kill the hype train. I don't want to see that happen. So let's give him somebody who's also a proven prospect around his level that we know of in Manuel Torres or a fresh CM. I'm good with either of those. Beneil Dariush, fucking retire already, dude. Like, he cannot take a punch, genuinely. Like, I know Salkilld hits hard, but, like, he landed, like, 2 fucking punches, and the dude goes out cold. And that's just what's going to keep happening to him. Just retire, bro. Just hang it up. It's been a hell of a career. I mean, he's fucking fought 27 times or some bullshit in the UFC. Like, fucking just hang it up, dude. I don't want to see him fight again. He'll lose again. Unless you're going to give him somebody who's just like a pure grab. Fuck it. Dariush versus fucking Chase Hooper. I don't even think they're in the same division, but like, God, yeah, nah, get him out of there. Just, he can't even make weight anymore. I think he missed weight for this fight, so I don't want to see him fight anymore. Also, another note, though, Salkilld looked fucking huge in the octagon. Like, he's a big lightweight. I think he's 6 foot tall. Like, the dude is massive. So, give Salkilld somebody right around his spot in the rankings. And, yeah, Dariush needs to wrap it up. Moving along. Tim Elliott, Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg gets it done. I predicted Steve Erceg to win. I thought he was going to get it done by a late knockout, and it looked like he could have. But, I mean, Tim Elliott's really hard to put away, so I'm not surprised that this went to the scorecards. But, dude, good fucking God, Steve Erceg did look good. The man, it's the same thing as Carlos Prates in the way that, like, when he gets rolling downhill, when he gets a bit of momentum and he starts styling on you, this dude's so fucking good. And his striking is so pretty to watch. It's so pretty to watch. Tim Elliott comes out there. He does his normal bullshit where he's like fucking cheeing you away. You know? I don't know. Weird striking from Tim Elliott. Tim Elliott didn't look bad, but Steve Erceg definitely looked better. So props to Steve Erceg. His boxing looked fucking crisp. His kicks looked good. Yeah. I mean, again, there's not that much to say other than he styled all over Tim Elliott. So give Steve Erceg somebody up in the rankings again. I don't know if him and Moreno have fought yet, but there's a fight that could happen. That'd be a fun boxing fight. I mean, Moreno's a great boxer. So give him to Steve Erceg. Tim Elliott, get out of here. I don't care what you do with Tim Elliott next, but yeah, Erceg looked fucking good. His boxing looked great, as we knew it would. I mean, most everybody was predicting this fight to kind of go exactly how it did, and it went exactly how it should have. So I like Steve Erceg, and he can box. So, yeah, let's move along. Marwan Rahiki, Freaky Rahiki versus Ali Schmid. I didn't even realize this fight, like, Rahiki, I forgot, was matched up, and then his opponent dropped out, so they were trying to find somebody for him. So props to Schmid for stepping up. I didn't get to predict this fight. I would have predicted Rahiki to probably beat anybody they gave him because he's a really good prospect, and they're kind of throwing him cans right now. His fight with Harry Hardwick was fun. He beat the fucking brakes off of Hardwick. He beat the brakes off of Ali Schmid. The combo he landed to put Ali Schmid out was dope as fuck. Rahiki's good. He's a good prospect. I don't know how old he is. I'm actually curious on that. Let's take a look. Rahiki is, yeah, bro, he's 23. Like, he is definitely going to be somebody who's in the rankings for a while, I think, or can get to the rankings and stay there for a while. He's real good. And he's got really clean, crisp striking. He's fast on the feet. So, yeah. Maybe give Rahiki just, I don't know anybody in his area. Let's see where he, Tapology's got him ranked 72nd at featherweight. Like, he's still real green. So, let's see who's around him. Dude, I'm sorry, I can't stand the camera anymore. Y'all are just not getting a face cam for the rest of this video. Stay tuned, though, for the next one when I have a fucking actual webcam, and we won't have to deal with this, but I'm just not putting y'all through this anymore. So, let's talk about Freaky Rahiki and who he could fight next. Maybe, I'm trying to look at people around him. Dude, Tommy McMillan, they got ranked one spot above him on the Tapology rankings. I would low-key love to see that. Let's give Tommy McMillan Marwan Rahiki. Let's run that matchup. Maybe, like, both of these guys just knocked out their opponents. I know, what's his face? Tommy McMillan took a bit more damage in his fight, but he's probably, bro, he's young as shit. He's probably ready to go. I would love to run this matchup, I'm not going to lie. Run this in, like, dude, that's a perfect, like, prelim fight for International Fight Week. Like, both of these guys now are surging contenders. Tommy McMillan's low-key fun as fuck, so he's a kind of a big name. That he's associated with Sean O'Malley. Let's run that. Let's run that on International Fight Week. That's a good fight for the prelims. Literally, like, open the card with that fight. I would love to see it. So, let's see here. Let's move down now. Oh, God. Shamil fucking Gaziev versus Brando Pericic. Pericic puts Gaziev away in round 2. He was just lighting him up in this fight, man. They were honestly lighting each other up. They were just going back and forth, just punching the shit out of each other. I'm really surprised this fight didn't end sooner than it did. But props to Brando Pericic. I mean, he gets it done over Shamil Gaziev, who's not a tough, or is a tough opponent, not some slouch. So I'll give him that, you know. He did well, and he puts away Shamil Gaziev, knocks him out in round 2. This was just a heavyweight blob fest. These two dudes are fat and out of shape, and Pericic won the fat battle. But there was a really funny moment in this fight where both of these dudes, they're just exchanging back and forth, and they both whiffed on uppercuts at the exact same time. It was like a cartoon. I advise you to go back and watch that fight just for that moment alone. It was fucking hilarious. But anyway, yeah. Shamil sucks, low-key. I predicted him to win, and he lost. So, fuck. But, I mean, Pericic, good for Pericic. He gets it done. Yeah. Guys, I mean, God, that was just not a... It actually was kind of a fun fight to watch, I'm not going to lie. Like, these guys were scrapping, but... Yeah, it was just kind of two fat heavyweights going at it, and... you know, whatever. Like, just such poor skill in the heavyweight division, honestly. It just sucks to watch. But good for Brando Pericic. He gets it done. Let's move on. Even fucking worse, bro. This was one of the worst fights I've ever watched in my life. Like, God, good fucking God, dude. Tai Tuivasa needs to retire. Like, bad. Like, badly he needs to retire. He's so fucking out of shape. He is so unskilled on the feet and on the ground. Like, he just has nothing to fucking offer anymore, bro. Like, at all. He's on what? Like a, 7-fight losing streak? Get him out of there. Cut him. Please just cut him. And retire. Please just retire, Tai. Nobody wants to see this anymore, dude. He couldn't even come close to getting off of his back. Could not even come close to getting off of his back. With Louis Sutherland laying on top of you too, like, this was so obviously a layup from the UFC. They were gifting Tai Tuivasa this fight so that he could get a win, and he can't even beat like the lowest level of competition at heavyweight. I want to see... Louis Sutherland is ranked number 40 out of 40 in the UFC on Tapology. He is the worst ranked heavyweight. And Tai Tuivasa got dominated by him. Let that sink. Like, get him out of the UFC, bro. Get him out of the UFC. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't care. Louis Sutherland, like, he won. He didn't even look good, bro. He's just laying on top of Tai Tuivasa, throwing a fucking elbow every minute and a half. Like, this was just awful to watch. This was just terrible. Terrible to watch, bro. I don't want to see this shit anymore. So, good for Louis Sutherland, I guess. You beat a fucking walrus. But, like, fuck that, bro. Fuck both of these guys. I mean, this was just fucking atrocious to watch. Tai had like you can't even call it a guillotine attempt. He like kind of had a guillotine at one point and just couldn't even come close to finishing it. So yeah, there's not even much to say. Cut both of these guys. I don't want to see it anymore. Moving on. Cam Ralston, Robert Bryzek. Cam Ralston styles on Robert Bryzek. He low-key cooked him. And it was a fun fight. This was a pretty fun fight. He gets it done by unanimous decision. By the way, I picked Tai Tuivasa to win. What a stupid fucking pick that was. We went 8 for 12 on picks. So 8-4. Like, only got 4 picks wrong. I'll take it. Pretty solid. Tai Tuivasa and Shamil Gaziev were just terrible picks on my part. I won't even lie. So that's on me. But, yeah, Cam Ralston gets it done. Good for him. He looks sharp in the striking. I'm going to be honest, like every fight from here out, I was kind of half watching because, like I said, I was kind of going about my day just trying to see these fights so I could give you guys something to talk about. But, yeah, I mean, Cam Ralston dominated the striking, gets it done by decision. He was taking Robert Bryzek down by the end of the fight, and just Bryzek was just gassed, had no ability to get back up. He was just tired, kind of getting his face beaten in, and that's all she wrote, honestly. I mean, Cam Ralston looked pretty good. I mean, people were giving him shit for taking Nico Price to a decision, but it kind of just seems like Cameron Allison's the type of guy to just kind of wear on you over 15 minutes. Like, he's not going to go out there and style on people and shut their lights out or submit them, but he's just going to do what he does, and it doesn't really matter who's in front of him until he gets into that more elite competition. I think he's going to dominate these guys, just in not super impressive, like, finishing fashion. So Cameron Allison gets it done. Let's move down the card. Got this pick right. Junior Tafa did exactly what I said. Moved in on the inside. Sparks Kevin Christian. Puts him out cold. Nice knockout from Junior Tafa. Neither one of these guys looked anywhere close to being in elite company in the light heavyweight division. I think these guys get brutally murdered by most everybody in the top 15. But, I mean, Junior Tafa's got power in his hands. That's about all he has going for him. He is not a very technical striker at all. He was getting his leg beaten up by Kevin Christian very early, like, to the point, like, the commentators, which I have to agree with them on this, they were saying, like, if he doesn't finish this fight in the first round, he might be fucked, because he could barely walk. And he was just getting his leg pummeled by Kevin Christian. And I understand Kevin Christian's kind of a fringe case where this dude's 6'7" and just, like, massive and super long, but I mean, his leg kicks look good, and he was beating Junior Tafa's legs up. Tafa had not much of an answer for that other than just getting on the inside and sparking him. I think it was with like a 1-2. He puts him out cold. So Junior Tafa gets it done by KO. I predicted that to happen. Good for Junior Tafa. Let's move on. Jacob Malkoun, Gerald Mearshart. I really did not watch this fight. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I watched a recap video about this, and I think from what I've heard, like, this was a split decision. And I think GM3 did a lot better than he was supposed to do. Dude was a fucking plus 700 underdog and loses by a very close decision. And I'm pretty honest, or pretty sure, it could have gone either way. So Jacob Malkoun is kind of ass. GM3 is slightly more ass, apparently. And I know he had a sub attempt. Gerald Mearshart did at the end of the third. I think it was a guillotine. Nearly finished Malkoun with it. So, had this fight gone another minute and a half, maybe GM3 gets it done. But, yeah, fucking God, he also needs to retire. He's so old, dude. Malkoun, if you have any future in this sport, you better be putting somebody like GM3 away. So, not a fan. I don't even care. Colby Thickness versus Vince Morales. This was a sick fight. These boys were scrapping, and it was going either way. I can't remember if it was the second or the third round, but Vince Morales actually dropped Colby Thickness, and it got hairy for him. Colby Thickness opened the fight in the first round. Dude had a fully fucking locked in, like, triangle, switched it to an armbar, back to a triangle. I have no idea how Vince Morales survived that position. And to be honest, I feel like I saw him tap when he was in that initial armbar when he first got rolled over. But either way, Colby Thickness gets it done. A really great performance from him, both on the feet and in the grappling. Vince Morales is tough. He's a really good opponent. And the fact that Colby Thickness was able to get it done in pretty impressive fashion, too, speaks to the level that this guy is at. He's a CKB guy, I'm pretty sure. Trains out of that gym. Or no, he's not. He's not from CKB. Where does he train out of? Oh, they don't have his gym on Tapology, but I know he trains with Volk, and you can see it in the way he fights, bro. Like, he has a similar style to Volk. Definitely not nearly as talented, but he has a similar style, and it definitely shines through. So I was happy to see Thickness get the win. He earned it. He had a really great performance, so good for him. Ben Johnston. I picked Colby Thickness to win by a decision, by the way. Or did I pick knockout? Let's see. I think I picked him by a decision, and he gets it done by a decision. So, bang. Ben Johnston versus Wes Schultz. I picked Johnston, and he almost won, bro. He was, like, winning this fight. This was a fun scrap. Wes Schultz gets it done by a guillotine. He had several guillotine attempts that were very close. They, like, progressively got tighter the more attempts he got. And normally I'm not a fan of fighters jumping guillotines, but Wes Schultz was, like, he was getting so close on every single attempt, and he finally finished one. Such a tight guillotine, such a tight squeeze. So good for him. I would have loved to get my pick right and see Johnston win. He was winning the overall fight, but he ends up losing in the end. So good for Wes Schultz. Gets it done by guillotine. Jonathan Mikhailov versus Temba Garimbo. Temba Garimbo sucks dick and nuts. I literally could not care less to see him fight again. Jonathan Mikhailov, he won. He just did more. This was a boring fight. There's not much to say here. Mikhailov just won. Did more. And yeah, I mean, it was a split decision. I'm going to be honest, this was another one. I didn't even finish watching this fight, so maybe something cool happened in the third round. But yeah, from the 2 rounds I watched, Garimbo didn't look that good. Mikhailov didn't look that good. He was just doing slightly more. So you know what? We're moving on. I don't care. Don Marfan, I'm just excited to talk about this. Cody Steele versus Don Marfan. I did pick Jonathan Mikhailov, by the way, and he won. So, Don Marfan, I did pick him to win. Cody Steele wins by a heel hook. How cool is that, bro? I swear to God, you never see heel hooks in any division except the heavyweight division. We had a fucking lightweight go out there and finish a heel hook. It was sick. I think he was on bottom position, and he like rolled for a leg, and Don Marfan started doing all the right things, and then just in a scramble, Don Marfan was rolling his way out of it, and he was almost out, and then Cody Steele just snatched up his heel and finished a heel hook. It was really sick, and I really implore you to go watch it if you haven't seen this finish. This fight was at 4 in the morning, so I highly doubt many of you saw it, but go watch this. It was a really sick finish. I'm really a big fan when like rare submissions happen in the UFC. Maybe I can make a video breaking down some submissions in the UFC that are really cool. But yeah, this was sick. Cody Steele gets it done by heel hook. I like Cody Steele, and Don Marfan is decent. Steele, he looked way better from the start. I know this fight didn't last long, but he was going to win this fight regardless, and he gets it done by heel hook, which is really, really sick. So that's all I got for this card. Yeah, Carlos Prates puts on an absolute masterclass against JDM. So let's see him against Michael Morales. We've got UFC 328 coming up this weekend. Huge fucking card. I'm so excited for this, bro. Sean Strickland Chimaev, and we got Joshua Van versus Tatsuro Taira. Volkov versus Cortez Acosta. Joaquin Buckley versus Sean Brady. Jeremy Stevens versus King Green. Ateba Gatier is on the card. We got Joel Alvarez on the card. We got Grant Dawson. Mateus Rebecki. That's going to be a fun scrap. Jim Miller's on this card. Fucking Roman Kopylov. Marco Tulio's on the card. Meh. Banger Susurkayev is on the card. Let's go, dude. I'm hype as shit for this card. I'll definitely be making a prediction video. And yeah. So go check out the rest of my channel. Drop a like, comment. Let me know what you thought about Carlos Prates' his performance. It was sick. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Drop a subscribe, like the video, whatever the fuck. Do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. I will see y'all in the next one. Peace out.